Hello guys, in this video I would like to explain K-means machine learning algorithm in Python. We have talked about K-means machine learning algorithm previously in 2 to 3 videos. And the first video was the theory behind K-means machine learning algorithm. In the second video, we had an example from the real life to explain how this algorithm works. And in the third video, we have explained implemented K-means machine learning algorithm in R RStudio. So if you are interested in those videos, the links are given in the description of this video. You can click and see those videos before moving to implement K-means algorithm in Python. We have a very simple video, a very simple Python code, and we will try to implement and to see how we can construct clusters like mentioned in this on the screen, that this is one cluster which has, this is the center value, the centroids, and these are the values assigned to this cluster based on the distance from this central value. And now this is another cluster, you can see second cluster, and this is the central value, and these values are assigned based on the distance from this cluster centroid, the central point. And this is the third cluster, and this is the central value of the cluster, and these are the values assigned based on the distance from the central point, this point. So now let's move to the Python code. Let's see how we can implement this code in Python. This is very simple code, and you can enhance this code by using, maybe you can use this by using other options, and you can use this to other data sets. Maybe you have different data, but you should have the format, same format. Maybe you have your actual data and we are using simulated data. You need to import these libraries or some function from some libraries. Just select and run this. So this is working now. This is just for reproducibility. We are just setting like this, and v.random dot seed. This is just the seed, set dot seed in R, and np.random dot seed in Python. And now we are generating, this is now a store in X, and that's mean np.random.rand and 100 values. We can generate this, and then you can see what is X actually. Just click and just enter, and this is 2 columns. If you want to create 3, you can write 3 instead of 2. Let's see, you can write 5 instead of 2. And now you can click and just write here X, and you will see, yeah, there's 5 columns, so there are 5 variables now. So that's depend. So that's mean also that if you have data for more variables to define a cluster, like for climate zoning or regionalization, you can have data on maximum temperature, minimum temperature, precipitation, latitude, longitude, elevation, and maybe other variable as well. So that's, you don't need to worry about you have data on more variable. But we explain this for 2 variables, so let's do. However, you can use for more variable as well, so there is should be no issue. That's obvious. Okay, and now we just see, okay, just try k-means. Now we are just trying to use k-means, and this is the number of cluster. We are just mentioning 3, and random state, this is from here, that will use this, the reproducibility, and this initiate mean that's how many times the model will run. This is the k-mean, so that's like this. Okay, so just run this, and you can use, of course, maybe more cluster like 4 or 5, or maybe less. That can be 2, that's depend. But again, I have explained in the previous videos, but that's mean if you have prior knowledge about your data, then you can decide about this. That's based on prior knowledge. Otherwise, you can use some other methods which are available in the literature, like elbow method, which can be used to decide about the optimal number of cluster, and then you can use that value here in n underscore cluster is equal to that number. I will have a separate video on the method which can be used to decide about the number of cluster initially, because this is the only hyperparameter in the k-means algorithm, so you need to optimize this. Now you can use this, apply this k-means that fit predict to the data, and you will see. Okay, this is running now. It will take some time. Yes, this is now run. You can now plot the number of cluster. This is the cluster which you created here in this steps. So just try this and you will see. Okay, this is the same cluster because I have used random.c.42. If you are not using this, then maybe this cluster will be different. Now just try with this for 5 variable and let's see how this look like. Okay, now let's see how. And now it's changed with change, and you have 5 cluster with depends on tried values. So you can do like this, and you can do it with stew. And just plot this now. And there's 3 again. Yeah, oh, not this. There should be. These are doing this. Should be 2. If you are running for 2 clusters, then it should be. You can run the whole code as well. So now with 2 clusters. Yeah, so now this 2 cluster, obviously one this cluster and the other is this cluster, and you should know that this is the central value of this cluster, and the values are assigned based on the distance from the central value, and this is another cluster and the values are assigned based on the distance from the central value of the cluster. Okay, so this is all about k-means machine learning algorithm in Python. This was the very simple code. You can enhance this by using different options to make the visibility, the visualization better. But this is the initial, and so you can apply it to your data, play with your data by using k-means in Python. And if you are interested in R RStudio, you need to watch the video. The link is given in the description of this video. So thank you very much and see you in the next video. Ciao.